Everybody, Sinder drops surprising new message during long hiatus. Now, if you don't know who Sinder is, just look it up, just Google it. She's one of the biggest VTubers.
Okay, so it's been quite a while since we talked about Sinder and the whole situation that has gone on, but it seems like we do have an update on it, with Sinder actually coming back for a couple of messages, which I think is absolutely great, because obviously it just shows people that obviously she is okay, despite everything that has happened. Obviously, as I said, you guys can have your own opinions either way or other. I don't really care at this point, but obviously it seems like she has been emerging in...
Okay, you don't care. Fair. I guess this is all VTuber drama. I'm interested to know your take on this now. I ain't gonna lie. That caught my attention.
Her community now, which I kind of wanted to obviously make you guys aware about, and also talk about the potential of a return as well, because obviously that is a conversation that a lot of people have been bringing up. Now, obviously, this was the first post. If you don't know, yesterday was Cinder's birthday, so again, obviously, a lot of people were wishing her happy birthday. I think also the Discord opened up a channel literally just for birthday wishes, so obviously a lot of people have been sending them over and just being very supportive, and then obviously Cinder actually responded to this, saying thank you for the birthday wishes, heart. And obviously there's been a lot of emotes and stuff. People were very happy to see her back. Now obviously this is the second time that we've seen Cinder back since the entire thing went on.
What did I say, chap? I said it before, and I'll say it again. She wasn't gonna go anywhere, bruh. She's waiting for the moment for everything to die down. You know, I'm gonna quote this Cinder strat, where you just duck your head under the ground and just wait for everybody to forget, type shit. You know what I mean? Let the fire be put out slowly, and then come back. I have a feeling she's gonna come back soon, just the way she's being interacting on her Discord. I just have a feeling, you know.
And obviously, yeah, it's insane to see her, you know, back. I don't know, it just feels weird. But at the same time, you know, I'm not too against it. I think that obviously, you know, although Cinder did some pretty bad stuff, right? You know, if she was to come back to the community, I think that, you know, as long as she doesn't do any of the stuff that she tried to pull last time, then, you know, I don't really care. Like, me personally, I'm not gonna, like, watch her, but, you know, if other people want to go back and watch her, I think that's not really much of a...
You mean gooning to her, brother? Because let's be honest, we all know why people watch her. That's just my opinion, of course. You know what I mean? A1 hater of Cinder, bro. After that whole situation, and getting just informed on all the shenanigans she fucking caused, bro, I was sold on the boat that she's just a piece of shit. Straight up. Yeah, but it's not this soon. It's not even a fucking year. I know. But the thing is, I'll be honest, again, I called this before. I said this, bro. I said she wasn't gonna go anywhere. The thing is, she will come back, sure. Obviously, her community are going to accept her with open arms because, again, it's her community. I get that. I understand. Some people left, but I knew not everybody was gonna leave. Of course. Makes sense. Especially when you're that big. The thing is, she will not be able to collab with some of the biggest names in the industry. Again. So she's gonna have to do, for the majority, solo. Because at the end of the day, real, yeah, I know. That's just my opinion, of course. Maybe people forgotten her from her friend group, but she hurt a lot of people here, bro. Undercutting your friends because you're trying to overwork one of the artists, and Nanolist, I think it was Nanolist, if I remember correctly, so nobody else can commission her art. It's kind of fucked up. And doing that to your own friends and talking shit behind their back is even double fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That's why she's not gonna be able to collab with any of the big names again. Because she did that to a lot of people. One of them was Bao. She made Bao cry, bro. Like, who makes Bao cry?
They do it. I mean, it's been months. Let's be real. Obviously, you know, I wouldn't blame a lot of the people affected
with more streamers. Yeah, 100%. That's what's gonna happen, bro. She's gonna have to collab with people who are pretty much there just to gain clout from her, aka smaller streamers.
A lot of the stuff that's gone on for not interacting with her if she was to come back, I think that is totally okay. But if she wanted to come back and maybe just do her own thing or whatever, and people wanted to support her, then I think she could, you know, obviously...
Yes or no? Absolutely not. Whatever you're thinking or cooking, I don't even want to know.
who am I to obviously stop her from coming back, and the same for anybody else as well. But again, I do think it is pretty interesting, and obviously, yeah, as I said, this is the second message we've seen. We also saw another one a couple of months ago. Obviously, her just putting out a message in her Discord again.
I'm looking at
second
chat.
message as well, which
You're
was just a
not
much
gonna
shorter
get me.
one of just a crying emoji and a heart for everybody saying happy birthday in a VC chat. And obviously, a lot of people have been saying stuff that's awesome to see. Fingers crossed she will return soon. So obviously, a lot of people have been hoping that she will return. Now,
yeah,
is this a sign that Cinder will come back? No, I don't think this is. I don't think this is a case where Cinder will be returning super soon, and this is essentially...
No, but she's popping her head out of the ground more often than not now. So honestly, she's testing waters. And if I was her, I will honestly just wait maybe another month at best and come back. Because I think her community completely forgot her, bruh. Like, completely forgot her wrongdoings.
An admission of that she will be back, but I do think it is a step forwards. I think it is a step forwards to her returning, with the fact that obviously she is now interacting with people on her account again, which is something that she was not doing before. It seems like she's getting more comfortable with obviously speaking on it and talking to her community. I mean, a lot of her community have been very supportive of her despite everything, and even in the community itself, I have talked to some people. There are some people that don't really like what happened, right? But they still will support her, and the same thing the other way around. They think...
Listen, if you're part of her community, I'll be honest. I said it before and I'll say it again, bruh. It's just like, listen, you enjoy her content, you do whatever you want, bro. At the end of the day, they're entertainers and they're there to entertain. And if they entertain you, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. You just gotta be aware of what's happened. You know what I mean? Don't sweep it under the rug and forget about what she did. I think her community should keep her accountable instead of sucking her toes, right? And let her know, like, yo, bro, don't do that shit again. You know what I mean? Because again, I believe people have second chances. And looking back at it, the way I kind of crashed out on this situation, it was a little crazy. But looking back at it, I do believe still people have a second chance. You know what I mean? Unless you're a fucking PDF file. If that's the case, you're going to fucking jail, buddy. You're going to get raped in prison. But anyways. What the fuck?
That obviously, she was in the right in that situation, and they also still support her. There's multiple angles to this, really, and there's a lot of people that are still supporting her to this day, and including, obviously, due to the birthday, they actually set up a big kind of hype train on her offline chat, which is, I completely forgot someone could actually do this, by the way. I think it is kind of crazy that this even happened, but, they got a level 32 hype train, which is kind of hard, even on, like, a normal stream, like, someone actually streaming.
Wait, level 32 hype train? And she wasn't even streaming? I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's kind of impressive. Holy shit. That's like neural fans level of dedication. Wow. What the fuck? I know, bro, I'm just as surprised as you are. I'm not gonna lie. Damn, her community is very, very loyal. That's crazy.
Can struggle to get to a level 32 hype train.
That's
but they managed
wild.
to do it in the offline.
I struggle to even get to hype train level 1. Guys, we can't let her beat us. Nah.
Chat, which is pretty insane, and obviously I'm guessing this was for her birthday. Obviously they said that's more than twice of our previous record on the offline chat, so again, obviously I'm assuming they've tried this once before, and yeah, it seems like they've absolutely...
I did? Don't remember it. You might want to refresh my memory by giving gifted subs and subbing to me. That way you can refresh my memory.
Smashed their record there. They said you didn't just show up, you exploded with love, support, and sheer power. From subs to cheers, from heartfelt messages to roaring emotes, you came together in one unforgettable wave of celebration for Cinder's birthday. This wasn't just about a number, it was a message. We're still here, we still believe, we still care deeply. Thank you to every single one of you who joined, cheered, subscribed, or simply shared the moment. You turned a birthday wish into a blazing reality. Let's carry this energy forwards, not just for today, but every single day. And obviously, yeah, I think the Power Prop Center has been very good in terms of, promoting positivity in the community. They haven't been, about negativity or stuff, which a lot of, obviously, people have been.
They are not about negativity, but surely Sinder was about negativity. Again, this is I don't want to be mean towards the Power Pops, because I honestly do think that's a very strong community she has, and honestly most of it has to do with the fact that I believe most of them were in denial from the beginning. You know what I mean? I don't think they understand kind of what she did to her friends. It wasn't even random strangers, you know what I mean? That was her friends who helped her get to where she was. I think they're still in denial, to be honest. That's just maybe a hot take, but I'm just letting you know, they might be a little lobotomized. Just a little bit. But it's fine. Again, it's content. If they enjoy her content, it is what it is. These are signs of her comeback. I know. Again, I'm saying, I'll give it a month. She'll be back in a month, and I'll be right here to cover it.
Which I think is great. I think the Power Pop Center is doing a great job, obviously bringing the community together.
Take that check to the bank and cash it. Trust.
Despite the very disjointed time, because again, it can be pretty hard, especially with the whole stuff that went down. And obviously, people would feel quite disjointed, had nowhere to go. And I think pages like the Power Pop Center and also the moderators over at the Discord for Sinder have been kind of rounding everybody up and obviously keeping everybody as a community despite Sinder not streaming at the moment. So again, I do think it is a very interesting situation. Now obviously, as I said, I know a lot of you guys are very mixed on your thoughts about Sinder and her coming back. As I said,
no mixture in my brain.
As long as she just kind of sticks to herself and
you know what, scratch that. I'm a fucking SSS 1 rank fucking hater, bro. I do not like her whatsoever. I will never. People who betray their friends, to me, they're scum. I hate that.
Doesn't interact with anybody that doesn't want to be interacted with, then I think it's fine. I think that honestly, she could do whatever the hell she wants, and obviously, as long as she actually, changes her ways in terms of, what has happened previously, then I definitely think.
Here's the thing, bro. This is an old saying that it says you can't teach old dog new tricks. I don't believe she's gonna change. I personally don't. That's just my take based on a lot of observations that I've done in my youthfulness. People don't change. I'm looking at chat, dumbass. People do not change overnight. It's only been since 6 months. I wanna hope, by the way, I do. Unironically, I wanna hope that she went behind everybody, like, behind the public, and said, I'm sorry, like, actually felt apology to every single one of the people she hurt. I do. But she's definitely didn't do that, because people don't change that fast.
That there is a chance for her to come back here, but again, obviously that doesn't mean it's going to be accepted by everybody. It's probably going to be met with a lot of backlash from many people, which is totally understandable as well, because a lot of people were pretty heavily affected hearing a lot of the stuff that was going on. So I can also understand the fact that
I just hope that Bao and the others won't get affected on her comeback. I don't think they will. Honestly, all those emotions are already kind of washed down the river. You know what I'm saying?
There is a lot of people that will not like her to come back, and that is, totally okay. You're totally okay to think that as well. So again, I think either way, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And if you are someone that is very invested in this situation, then maybe just take a step back for a minute, because again, I do think that at the end of the day, we now know what Sinder did back then. If you don't want to interact with her, then you can just kind of move on, and then if not, then you can interact with her stuff. But even then, I think that it's a very interesting kind of thing going on. But again, I just kind of wanted to report on that kind of, I guess, like Sinder sighting. It's almost like spotting Bigfoot. Because again, obviously, it's been a long time.
Honestly, I saw this sighting. I was like, ooh, I gotta fucking react to this.
she has talked properly in the chats.
It's like
and things like that. And obviously a lot of
paparazzi
people
now,
are very
guys.
excited. And if you're saying, I'm sorry that we have people that are just
Sinder
saying mean
dedicated
things, but just can't ignore
paparazzi.
them. It's not worth the time. That she's okay. Happy birthday to the Hellhound herself. They wait, is she returned, or is this an automatic message? I don't think it is an automatic message. I think this is a manual message. But obviously, it doesn't mean that she's returned in any fashion, you know? Even though, you know, people were saying that, oh God, Cinder's coming back, and, you know, all this is happening. Again, it could be like another year or 2 years until we see her come back, if she does, you know.
Nah, Chief, nah.
Yeah, that's even if she does in the first place. Like, we don't know what she's thinking.
She's
she hasn't
coming back,
expressed
bro.
any
She's coming
plans
back.
or any.
Bro, if she wasn't gonna come back, she would have deleted her Twitter, deleted her Discord account, deleted everything they had to do with the Sinder franchise, and she wasn't gonna come back. Obviously, her having all her accounts still with her means she's gonna come back.
Of decisions on how she's going to move forwards, whether
It's just
that
a matter of when.
continuing to stream or not, and when that is, if it is even happening. So again, obviously a lot of people speculating about things, but again, Cinder has not said anything about a return yet. And again, it could be in 2 years' time, or it could be in the next 2 weeks, it could be in the next 2 months, it could be in the next 5 months. You never know. Again, it's one of these situations that is very, very confusing for a lot of people. But again, it seems like she is starting to get slowly more comfortable with posting in her community and talking to her community itself.
Oh, that's good
so
to hear.
again, maybe that is a sign that things are starting to get a little bit better in terms of coming to terms with everything that has happened and potentially looking at a comeback. But again, obviously, as I said, you know, you're entitled to your own opinions about this kind of stuff, and I totally understand pretty much any kind of argument from this side, to be fair, from any side, to be fair, whenever it comes to Cinder's return, because I know it is a very heavy topic. But again, obviously, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Because again, I'm very interested in what you guys have to say about this. But again, obviously, it seems like currently it's all positivity, it's all great, and you know, it's just all birthday wishes at the moment. So again, there's nothing to really you know, put your pitchforks up about or anything like that. You know, obviously, there's no need for that. You know, a lot of the time, again, it's literally just a nice happy birthday celebration for Cinder. And yeah, it seems like they've broken some pretty insane records.
Nah, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Nah, fuck that bitch. No, but on a real note, I'll be honest, guys. This video was interesting from Kasahana and his take. I don't agree with some of his takes. You know, but that's just because I'm a hater. That's it. I'm a little fucking hater. But honestly, if I was to look back to what I said on the video that Mujin made a couple months back when this situation was happening, I didn't change my stance at all. I still hate her. I'm not gonna lie, I hate this bitch. Do I hate her the way I hated her at the beginning when I first heard about the situation? No. Not at all. Honestly, again, everybody's got a second chance. I hope, wish and pray that she actually, when she comes back, saw the errors on her ways and she actually does something. The first thing she should do is apologize, like straight up, honestly and publicly to everybody she hurt. You know, that would be a nice thing if she does that. And then come back and never do that shit again. That's all you gotta do. And if you can do that, you're good, Cinder. But if you cannot do that, then you're fucking cooked. At the end of the day, my personal take on this is that she won't be able to, she hasn't changed. That's the hater talking in me. I don't think she has changed. In 6 months, 3 or 4 months that she was on the hiatus is too little. Straight up. I'm not gonna lie. Now, if you like this type of coverage, Kasahana, my boy over here, does a lot of this type of VTuber drama stuff. He's very on the trigger with news about VTubers. Give him a subscribe, of course. Now, if you like my type of takes on situations like this, like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you think about Cinder. Do you guys forgive her? Or she's still a bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's pretty much it, the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Yeah? Love you all. I'm posting on the...